Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you inside the Powassan Sportsplex for some Trappers versus Trappers hockey. I'm Courtney Kenny on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. Pleased to be joined by Mr. Chris Dawson. Chris, welcome to the program once again. It's going to be a little bit of a shortened La Huerta Imports pregame show here. But let's quickly get to your players to watch.
Yeah, players to watch in this game. A player to watch not only in this game but in the OHL draft. Defenseman Mason Rotundo, small puck-moving defenseman on the red Trappers, and on the white Trappers, the shiny white helmeted Trappers. Watch out for Jesse Lefebvre to break out. The battalion draft pick in 2021 is dynamic. He's got a big clapper, and watch him to break out today.
Yeah, looking forward to watching him. He's always been fun to watch, and as you mentioned, the shiny equipment Trappers, we'll get to that. We'll touch on that a little bit later on in the broadcast as we're underway here at the Powassan Sportsplex. A little strange that we're down here considering Memorial Gardens isn't being used, but hey, it works out because we've got a Voodoo's game later this evening. So quick little shot attempt, tries to come in from the point, but he can't get it, and it goes out to Rive in the neutral zone. The U16's trying to move the puck up the ice, but the U18 stopping it. And the puck goes down the ice for icing, and Curran comes out to play the puck and stop that one. And yeah, you mentioned, Chris, the new shiny helmeted Trappers. Why don't you give us a bit of an update? I know we talked about it on the podcast, but
it's the first game for the U18 Trappers since a bizarre bus fire when the players had to evacuate the bus on the way home, literally from their last game against Kapuskasing. And all their belongings burnt. Thankfully, the fire really started to take effect on the bus once everybody was off the bus, when everybody was evacuated. And giving credit to the bus driver, Coach Doug Sanders, could have been a lot worse, but that's why everything is really, really shiny white. These are brand new jerseys. All these players have been wearing gear for the last week in practice, but this is the first time playing a game in their brand new gear.
Yeah, you look down at Mikey Perkart's equipment and it looks a little bit too white. Hasn't had too many puck marks on it yet, but it does look sharp as the puck comes up and out of play. And this is the second time now that I've seen these Trappers teams where they haven't had their regular backup. And of course, the regular backup, not necessarily Mike Perkart and Mike McIver sharing starts. But the first time it was Mike Perkart who was out with the flu. This time Mike McIver, well, he's down south with the North Bay Battalion.
Yeah, it had a great game, 37 saves in a 4-1 loss. Two of those goals were scored empty net, so it was really a 2-1 game with two empty netters. So kudos to him and in his first game and an exciting OHL career definitely in front of him.
Looks good for sure. As the puck's through the neutral zone, the U18s are going to corral it, and that's Cowell who has the puck. Now going the other way, the U18s try to get the puck up through the neutral zone. The U16s knock that one back. And it's back up into the neutral zone. Lefebvre just gets a piece of that and dumps it down into the other end. The U16s with the puck now. Up to Prisco Duquette. He gets the puck cross ice to his teammate. And it goes in. Perkart knocks that one away with a blocker save. Last time we saw these Trappers play, that's the U18. It was in this building. Puck goes in wide of the net. A couple of weeks before that fateful crash, but thankfully, as you mentioned, no one was hurt. Gravel, Voodoo's affiliated player, comes in, takes a pass over to Couch. Couch can't get it to go. He comes out of the corner now, skates it through the middle of the ice, takes the shot, it's blocked, another chance, and Curran knocks that one aside. Boys on the far side, he's taken against the wall, and it's knocked up and out into the neutral zone. Couch fans on his attempt to get it in, but instead that's going to be Curry who knocks that one in, and he's taken off his feet as well, but no call coming. Bradley behind the net, fighting for that loose puck. They lose it. Now it's going to be Cullen who got the puck around but couldn't get it to go anywhere, and now he's battling for the puck once again with Cowell. U16s gain possession in their zone, but they're rubbed off the puck. That's Prisco Duquette losing it to Cowell. And now the puck's in on the near side half wall. They try to get it out, but Bradley comes away with it. Gets it out front. Couldn't get it to go to his teammate.
That's Kane Savage, an affiliate call-up. He's actually a pretty good player. He's got 2 goals already as an affiliate call-up from the Nickel City Suns AA. So he's filling in for a player that I could say I'm a little familiar with, who's out with a hand injury for another week or so. So that's Caleb Dawson. So the Trappers playing with 9 players up front. And their first game with Jacob Payer. Started the year, actually went to the battalion training camp, made the French River Rapids, and decided he wanted to come back down to play midget, so Paul Frastraglio let him go, and he joined his old team, and Jacob played on the U18 team last season. So
shot comes in wide of Perkart's net. Yeah, and he was affiliate player of your Voodoos as well last year.
Last year played for French River, actually scored a power play goal the last time the Rapids played here.
As you look at that, and that's going to go for too many men on the ice, as the Trappers were caught in the midst of a line change there. So a little bit of a sloppy line change, so we're going to get our first penalty of the game.
So if anybody familiar with the league, the Great North U18 League is primarily a U18 league, Courtney, as you know, but there's 2 U16 teams. So Sudbury and North Bay are in the same boat. They both have a U16 team that actually plays in the league. And last weekend, this U16 team got its first win of the season, an exciting overtime win over the Kapuskasing Flyers, 5-4 for their first win of the season.
Coming in riding a little bit of confidence. The puck goes wide of the net, and we'll get a stoppage here as the net was off its moorings. And hockey fans right now really watching those net coming off, as the Minnesota Wild were less than impressed with Leafs goaltender Matt Murray for knocking the net off its moorings a couple of times in that game. So Mike Perkart just a little bit too aggressive on his slide across, took the net off. Trappers again down on the penalty, or the U18s are shorted right now as they have a man in the box for too many men on the ice. Puck goes down the ice and Karan goes out to play it. Now coming around and out.
See, this is a tough thing. I know these kids fairly well with my son on the team, but with the new helmets, it's almost like I'm watching, trying to pick out a brand new team. You can identify a guy easy if you can't see his number.
Lefebvre comes in with a shot and it's off the post. That was a gorgeous shorthanded opportunity set up by the captain, Russo.
That's the key, Courtney, is this Trapper U18 team sometimes gets a little bit undisciplined, and that's when they run into trouble in games. But so that'll be a key point in this game too. If the Trappers stay out of the box, I think that this should be. I'll be polite. It should be a victory for the U18s. So as I called it in our little group text, the kissing your sister game.
Yeah.
Both teams wearing the same jersey, just a different color.
Yeah,
it's very unusual.
It's strange. I was saying to general manager there, Mike Brito, in the buffet line at Memorial Gardens on Thursday, what do I call you guys this weekend? It's the Trappers versus the Trappers. It's going to be a little tough.
U18, U16 is probably the easiest,
that's
right? That's
basically it at this point. Shot comes in. It's blocked. Still on the man advantage. The U16s take the shot. Perkart gets that one high up. And the last time I got to see these Trappers in action was against the U16 team, which was the Nickel Capitals. And Chris, I got to ask you, as your son who played for the U16 Trappers last year, how tough do you think it is for some of these guys that are, 14, 15 competing against, 16, 17-year-olds? As we get a quick face-off and a call down, still on the man advantage. But how tough do you think it is competing as a younger player, like a 14, 15-year-old, against some of these 16, 17-year-olds?
I guess it depends. Last year the U16 Sudbury and North Bay teams both ended up being in the top 5 in the Great North U18 League. So it all depends.
We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as coach goes back to the bench, and the puck goes up and hits the roof of the Sportsplex and out of play. Shots currently 3-3, even though the U16s did just have a man advantage. And now we're going to get ready for another puck drop on the far side near the U16's bench. And if you're watching at home, a good way to visualize it, U16s are red and the U18s are white.
Shiny white.
Shiny white, yes. New jerseys too, I would imagine, eh?
Yes, yep.
One thing I did say to you is if they were ordering new jerseys, they needed numbers on the sides, and they didn't do that. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's just a broadcasting preference at this point.
Oh, it helps. I know it helps.
Puck coming into the blocker side of Perkart, and it's won back by the U18s. And they chip it up, but can't get it out of the zone. Now the U18s try to set up and get out of their zone, but they can't get it to go. Finally, going to get a chance now as Cowell dipsy doodles around a couple of U16s and then gives it away to Paquette. Paquette tries to take the shot. He can't get it to go. And it's into the corner. And just the height differences between some of these players is astounding. Like, a lot of these U18 players have almost 1.5 feet on some of these kids on the U16s, but we'll have to see what happens. Going on is a pretty even game so far. Just under 8 minutes to go as the puck goes up and out of play. And when you talk about a guy like Caleb Dawson, who's currently out with a hand injury, how frustrating do you think it is for him to have to sit out and not play some games, Chris?
What's that, sorry?
with someone like Caleb who's out with a hand injury right now, how frustrating is it for him to not be here playing right now?
You know what? I think it's something that, all of them are going to have to deal with at one point in hockey, or have had to. So he's coming back from off the volleyball, so he's should be here any minute. So he's actually not here right now. So
no,
anyways, but he's missing that. Like it's tough on the kids. Certainly they want to be on the ice or whenever they have injuries, But Mason Rotundo is just getting back from an injury. The captain of the U16 team, and he's missed almost the whole season, and he's just got back. But it's tough. The kids just got to try to stay conditioned and be ready when they get the green light from the doctor to play again.
Boys with the shot. Curran gloves that one down. And I know, not that I'm playing in the sport myself, but last year when we were dealing with the Omicron shutdowns in January and I got COVID myself, I remember not being able to go to a couple of battalion games to cover it for Bay today, and that was annoying me not to be able to go out. I didn't mind missing work so much, but missing the battalion games, that sucked a little bit, as now the U18s try to win it and get a shot off the draw, can't get it to go. Mason Rotundo, as you mentioned, right there with the puck, your player to watch for the U16s. And the puck's won back out to the Trappers' neutral zone, or the U18s, I should say. Ravel fighting for it. Lefebvre overskates it.
The Trappers have had whenever they've had injuries or they've had a player out and they've had to kind of rotate lines, they have not scored as efficiently. But when they do have their regular 9 in, and that's not, just saying with about my son, it's been other games where players have missed, and when they're rotating players playing with different players, they seem a bit more out of sync. And for Jesse Lefebvre and Rousseau, they play with Caleb Dawson, and Jesse was the leading scorer, tied with Dawson in the Big Nickel tournament. And since then, Jesse's only had 1 goal, having to play with different players. Him and Rousseau are usually playing together, but Jesse, Lefebvre, and Dawson had some pretty good feng shui going in the Big Nickel. So I'm sure you'll be looking forward to having him back too.
Yeah, for sure. You get used to line mates, right? And the chemistry is pretty easy to go with. I mean, we see Lefebvre and Rousseau still out there with Cowell, and even though Cowell is extremely talented, it might not be in the same spot that Dawson might be in, right? Or you pass a thing and Caleb would be there, but then next thing, as a shot from a sharp angle comes in and Curran knocks that one down with a glove, but you pass it there thinking Caleb's going to be there, and next thing he's not there, right? So it's a kind of mind game type of thing, but it is what it is, as it's still 0-0, but now the U18s are pulling away on the shot clock a little bit with a 7-3 lead in that department.
I'll tell you one player that's worked really hard this offseason in the draft year is Jackson Curran. He is a beast, a hard worker, and never stops. I know I've said it before, he'll go and have a workout in the summertime for 2 hours on the ice, and then he'll go do some dry land stuff immediately after a couple hours. So he does not take a day off.
And Jackson Curran, correct me if I'm wrong here, Chris, he's the one that you had an article about with Noah Dugas on his helmet, right?
Yeah, he got that on the left side of his helmet. So this is Heath Bradley going to the box for 2 or less. So now we're seeing a little bit we're mentioning about the discipline.
The discipline,
right?
yeah.
Now you have 2 penalties so far early on for the Trappers. We'll see if Scott Hike's squad can take advantage. So Scott on the bench with his son Justin and former North Bay Centennial Kevin Vesio. Son played in this rink with the Voodoos, played with the Battalion and the Bulldogs, and currently is on the blue line with the Nipissing Lakers. And great to have a guy like Kevin Vesio helping these young guys, and used to be an OHL scout before Peyton made his mark in junior and now youth sport hockey. So great to have people like that happening and helping out. And Matt Rabideau as well, who's former battalion assistant. He's not here today due to work commitments, but it's great to have him on board and gives a real good support system. And I have to give a shout out to Ryan Mills,
I was going to say,
former Voodoo, who also is helping out with this group. So
I was going to say, it's a little strange to see as the Trappers U18 get the puck down the ice. I was going to say it's a little weird not to see Guy Blanchard behind the bench this year, but it is what it is. As most of his crew from last year has moved on to
Mason Ray in that game that Mike McIver played. He got his second assist, made a nice play along the wall to get Avery Hayes open for a empty netter to ice the game against the Battalion, the second empty net goal. So and he's got a couple points in the last three games. I know that his dad, who coached here with the Voodoos, his dad sent me a text with the shot of his first OHL assist. I did not get a text from Scott showing the goal his son set up against the Battalion.
No, of course not.
And I haven't had an opportunity to text him that, so I'm doing it right now. He'll chew me out my ear off next time he sees me. So.
Yeah, he will. So Bradley was actually taken out of the box, and now it's Kane that's in there. But, yeah, he as a father, he's going to be proud anytime he plays against Mason, but you know he's still going to want to win those games because, as you know, Chris, Scott Ray is ultra competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
He's going to want to beat his son as much as he can. And, of course, the battalion, Mason Ray is no stranger to the battalion. As now shorthanded going in is Lefebvre. He takes a shot. Curran pokes that one away. U18 still on the penalty kill here as McGill knocks that one in. 9 minutes left here in the first period of a 0-0 game. 8-5 are the shot difference in favor of the U18s. And the U16s just getting set up and ready to go here. They're under a minute now on the man advantage. Gravel nearly picked off the attempt to get out of their zone. Tupin goes in, gives it to Rive.
He's the goal scorer. He's had the overtime winner.
Yeah, your Mayday call.
Yeah, my Rive.
Rive in the neutral zone.
Nice play on a 2-on-1 with another player to watch, Bryden Shank. Big, strong right-hand shot forward on this U16 team.
Now we're
61.
back to 5-on-5 hockey now. As the U16s are 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Rive can't hold the line.
Rive is actually an underage, Courtney. He's actually a 2008 birth year playing with the 07, so he's actually 4 years younger than some of the kids out here.
That's impressive.
But that's what happens in junior once you get into junior hockey, right? 16-year-olds playing against 20-year-olds. So
I remember when I'm a 93, and I remember when kids were being born in 2000. I was like, wow, these kids are young, and now we got 08s out there playing hockey, and man, does it make me feel old. Piet now gets the puck around behind his net. 8 minutes left here in this first period. Puck was kneed on net by Cowell as it came up and hit off his knee pad, but Curran stands tall on that one. And I have to say, as a sucker for goaltending equipment, Curran and Burkhart both have some really nice pads going on there.
all reds.
Yeah. Versus red and white.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears in there for Jackson. He's a real hard-working goalie.
Looking to get noticed, of course, by some scouts higher up.
Well, Mike McIver, Jackson, like Mike McIver, may not be big in stature. There's going to be a penalty here again.
Yeah.
This time it's going to go against red, though.
Yeah, it's going to go against the U16s. As there was a big hit along the far side.
Noah Cosmic is going to head off. He's a player who plays a hard-nosed style. Really liked his game. A couple games I've been able to watch the U16s play. Works hard, skates hard, plays an honest game.
Well, we'll have to see if the U18s can get anything going here offensively now that they have the man advantage for the first time this game. 750, puck goes across in the offensive zone, and then the U16s get a hold of it and send it down the length of the ice for Burkhart to come out and play.
Looks like Bradley got a misconduct.
That's probably what happened there. That's why he was taken out of the box. Cowell going up the ice, skates wide, tries to get the puck back to the point for Couch. Couch walks the line, gives it over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre fanned on the pass attempt, but instead got it in deep. Cowell now on the far side. Skates around on the far side half wall. Looks for some options. Gets it to the neutral zone for Russo. Russo takes a shot. Curran stands tall on that one, then dives on it. And a couple of bodies falling in front of him as well.
Jacob Payer, that's a hard, for a 15-year-old defenseman. Jacob Payer's a big body to try to move from out front of the net. But you know what? They did a real decent job there, just trying to keep him away from the puck, and give credit to Jackson for coming up and making that big save and covering up that puck. So.
Well, you have to think if you're a guy like Payer who's coming back from playing junior A hockey, it probably almost feels like the game is slower at this level for him. So, and obviously, as you mentioned, he's going to have the physical strength to kind of stand in front of the net and keep it there. As the puck's one back to Couch at the blue line, he dumps it back in, and Russo's going to chase after it. On the far side wall, he tie it up, and Curry comes away with it. Curry skates around the net, tries to wrap around. He can't get past Curran, as Curran saw that one coming and got his pad over to stop that one.
Josh Curry, that's a nice move. Good give credit to Curran for that great movement across crease to stop that from going in.
Every time
10 saves already.
Yeah. And 1:03 left on the man advantage. Every time I hear Josh Curry, I've said this before, but you know what I think immediately. I'm thinking ex-battalion, current Kingston Frontenac. As Kane comes in, takes the shot, and it's in the back of the net. So you talked about how he has a scoring touch here as an affiliate player of this U18 team, and there he does. He puts the puck in the back of the net.
Power play marker and make the charging call against Cosmic Pay, and it's 1-0 for the white, shiny white Trappers. The guy with the oldest helmet on the team ends up scoring the first goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably the oddest description by a color guy for a goal.
Oh, we've had some pretty weird ones here on the front line, but so we won't hold it against you. Boys dumps that one in. And now it's the U16s with the puck. They can't get it out of their zone right away, as it's knocked up against the boards. Now going the other way. That's Burnett. Burnett goes to make a move. He gets knocked down. No penalty, or rather there is a penalty coming. So it'll be another penalty against the U18s when it's all said and done. And they touch it up. And that'll be
the third penalty now.
Yeah. You talked about.
Well, you know what? You gotta think of it this way. If you're getting with Heath Bradley getting the misconduct, you're getting on the bad side of the refs when you're getting one of those in the first period. So you know what? Anything goes. If you think it's going to be easy, when you get on the bad side of the ref, that's not the case. And you got two really good ones. You got a real veteran ref in Bruce Marietti and Matt McClellan coming up the chain to a young and up and coming official. So, anyways, they're going to hold the boys accountable out here.
6 minutes left here in this period. The U18 Trappers lead 1-0. And now the U16s are back on the man advantage as they take a shot. It's off the shin pad and above the net and out of play. 11-5 are the shot totals right now in favor of the U18s. And I guess, if you're waiting for a game later tonight, the Powassan Voodoo's, which we will have here on the front line for you against the Cochrane Crunch, well, if you're assistant coach Josh Hardiman and Peter Goulet, you might as well come down and watch the game early, right?
And that's what they're doing. You have a handful of Voodoo's affiliates out here, more than a handful. Actually, you've had, I think, at least 10 of these players have played junior A games this year, out in whether it be preseason or regular season. And of course, you have a goalie who's not here that's played an OHL game already, and 2 OHL games, a preseason and a regular season. So,
puck came in. Perkart knocks that one down. And one thing you notice, I saw it with your goaltender in Powassan, Cannon Flageau, when he got his new set of pads. He kind of stuck with his old Trapper for a while, the blue one. And with goalies, you see it kind of with, they always want to stick with that same glove, it's already broken in and whatnot. But for a guy like Perkart, he doesn't have that luxury. So you must think it must be a little bit tougher playing with a non-broken in glove at this point.
Yeah, you know what? I will say this, the equipment has improved, and I'll give you an example. Mike McIver got a box with a new blocker and catcher.
Sorry, we'll have another delayed penalty coming up as Russo got his stick knocked out of his hand, so it will be some 4-on-4 hockey for just under a minute. Continue on, Chris, sorry.
Looks like it's the Mason Rotundo going out of box into OHL game in less than 24 hours. And he made 37 saves and didn't look like he, didn't look like he missed a beat. He had one practice with the new blocker and catcher, and then played an OHL, his first ever OHL game.
Did you get to talk to him after the game? You sent him a message there? Is billet dead?
He sent me his stats.
Yeah, he was pretty happy about it, I bet.
He's done a great job, and
well,
Cash Money's his nickname, and for a kid coming in like that. And again, you know what? I know that Hamilton Bulldogs were rebuilding and such, but there's still guys like Avery Hayes and Logan Morrison and the Gavin Whites, and so I might have mentioned all those names to him, and all of them actually end up getting goals.
They did.
So I shouldn't have said any names,
I
guess, but Avery Hayes is a heck of a player, and
we'll blame you, Chris.
It's all my fault.
Yeah. Puck comes in.
There's another real nice save by Kirk.
What's with you and your these broadcasting guys? Matt Sucrum almost held up a trade earlier this week. Now you mentioned some guys that score on your billet, son. Come on. Puck out front to Couch. Couch has to go for a skate. He was in prime position to take a shot but couldn't get one to go. As now they take another shot and it's knocked away. Minute, just again, a couple of seconds left here on the 4-on-4. It's been all Trappers here for the last little bit. As Gravel takes the shot, Coran didn't see that one, but it went wide of the net.
The net might be off.
It is.
And they're going to call it. That is Jackson Matt Murray Curran knocking that net off the post.
Yeah. Minute and 1 second left on the man advantage now for the Trappers as it's 5-on-4. And you know what? I got a text message there yesterday because obviously I wasn't able to watch the Battalion game as we were here for the Voodoos and Lumberjacks game. But I got a text message from Dallin Wakely's grandfather who basically said, Mike McIver, the real deal. So he seemed pretty happy to see how he was.
You know what? Adam Dennis has done a lot. Obviously, being a goaltender, he takes a lot of pride in drafting goaltenders. And, you know, certainly Charlie Roberts. There's a tremendous save off Kane again.
Yeah, Curran just doing his part there. Yeah, Charlie Robertson picking up a shutout this week. Looked like he had to get settled in with the OHL for a little bit, but now he looks like he's there. And now he might have to start pushing Dom DiVincentis a little bit when he comes back from his injury. Cowell takes the shot. It's off the helmet of Coran and into the netting and out of play. 3:37 left. 21 seconds left on the man advantage as well. So, but when you have goaltenders that are going to continuously push themselves, we saw it last year with, you know, Joe Verbetic being pushed by Dom DiVincentis. It really brought out the best out of both goalies. We're going to have three guys now with DiVincentis, Robertson, and McIver pushing each other. That's only going to spell good things for the North Bay Battalion.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely is a good problem to have.
Back to the point. Trappers can't keep it in. 11 seconds now left on the man advantage before Rotundo comes back out. Trappers get it out to the neutral zone. McGill plays it. And Rotundo's officially back on the ice. 3 minutes and 15 seconds here, and we'll get another stoppage in play. 1-0 U18 Trappers off a power play goal earlier this period. Getting ready for another face-off here at center ice.
Lefebvre getting an assist on that goal.
There it is, player to watch.
Got 1 point. Just saying.
It's almost as if somebody here knows how to evaluate talent, Mr. General Manager. U18's back to the point. Boys takes a shot. It's deflected, and it just went wide of the net. Grant stuck his pad out, although I don't think it got. He can't get a shot to go. Going the other way now.
Known these players for a long time, and you saw a little bit nickname for Nate when he was younger. I always used to call him Dangles, and you saw a little bit of it there, stick handling in a phone booth.
He's looked good in the few games he's come up and played for your Voodoos as well, Chris. Be interesting to see him get a couple of more games when needed, although you're filling out that lineup with some really exciting players, so it would probably be an injury at this point that he'd get up to play. Puck dump back in. Cowell goes after it.
You know, we've had a lot of affiliate players play games in the second half of the year. You know, so Voodoo's finally starting to get healthy, but you know, still need the affiliate players. So.
Yeah, I meant to ask, what's the timeline now that he's out of a walking boot for Cameron Lemke?
I'm going to say early December.
Okay.
Cameron would say really early December, but. Doctor might not agree with that, but it's nice to see him not in an air cast anymore.
For sure. As the puck's back up to the U16 zone, tipped down the ice, and that's going to be Cosmic who went after it. And he couldn't get to go. Perkart making another quick save.
I really like the way Mike. I really like the way Mike is moving in this new gear. He really looks. He looks engaged, and he's going to
coming in with another shot, and it's in the back of the net. And that's going to be the U16s tying it up.
Brant Romanek, I spoke too soon, but Brant he's played 2 games as an affiliate, as a 15-year-old with his hometown Timmins Rock, and he opens up the scoring. He's a guy to watch as well for the Red Trappers, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, I was just going to say you spoke too soon. You spoke well of Lefebvre getting a point here, but now the U16 Trappers with a minute and 11 wins across the board. It's 1-1 in the first period with a minute 11 left in the game. But, yeah, just beating Perkart right over the blocker side with a really great snipe, really. That was a goal scorer's goal. Puck on the far side of the ice now. Trappers keep it in, but they can't keep it in for long as Lefebvre has to bring it back out into the neutral zone for Thomason. Lefebvre dumps that one in, but that's going to go for icing as he did that well behind the red line. So with 43.9, we're going to get an offensive zone draw for the U16 Trappers.
It's a big goal late in the period here when we started to see a lot more action in front of Jackson Curran. So
puck sent down through the neutral zone. Burnett takes a hit from Boys, and now we're going to go into the corner for a bit of a scrum on the near side wall. Puck comes out front. Boys going to get that one out to the neutral zone. Send across ice for Curry, but he had it jump over his stick. And now the puck back down to the blue line. 17 seconds left on the clock. McGill knocks that one down, can't get it to go. And Burnett going the other way. Burnett out front tried to get the shot to go. They couldn't. 8 seconds left. Colin back at the point. And now the Trappers are going to go for one last quick rush. Boys takes the shot. Curran stops that one.
That's a really nice save on Boys coming down his off wing, and a real good suck-it-up drill, as they call it. No rebound there. That's a big save going into the locker room.
It is. 0.6 seconds. This 1-1 hockey game. That could have been a huge momentum shift right there if the U18 Trappers were able to get that one past Curran. But they couldn't, and as you mentioned, great save. Cowell coming in for the face-off draw. And the U16 Trappers showing the gate from the face-off circle. And that's going to do it here for this period. So again, 1-1 is at the end of it. 15-9 are the shots on goal in favor of the U18 Trappers. And Chris, before we head to our commercial break here in our intermission, your thoughts on that period, a very tightly contested one.
Yeah, you know what? Give credit to Scott Hike's Trappers. They didn't play. They weren't intimidated. Took advantage of a turnover late in the game, late in the period to even the thing up. So it's going to be an interesting finish here.
All right, so that'll do it here for this first period. 1-1 again. We'll be back after this on the front line. And as always, keep your eye on the front line. This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lake
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the second period of this Great North U18 League play. It's 1-1 between the U18 Trappers and the U16 Trappers. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Chris Dawson. And quickly, we're into the U16 zone with the U18s controlling the play. Gravel tries to get the puck out front, can't get it to go. Couch takes the shot, and it's wide of the net. Anello pinching, keeps it in. Gloves it down, keeps it in again, but can't on the third attempt. Couch going the other way. Dumps it wide. 45 seconds into this period. Anello now through the neutral zone. Gets it up. And the U16's back through the neutral zone. Tying it up on a late goal by Romanuk, which was a goal scorer's goal, really, Chris.
Oh, it was a really nice shot. Zach Bertina, skills coach in North Bay, former battalion, was raving about that play because Zach does a lot of really good work in North Bay with players. So,
yeah, doing a lot of work with these guys. So, hoping to get him involved with the podcast in some way, shape, or form. Rive off the draw, gets the puck dumped in deep. Zach Bertina is actually in the building right now.
He's in the house.
He is in the house. It's almost like Elvis is in the building. I loved watching him play when he played for the battalion. Rive with the puck, and it's knocked into the Trappers bench on the play. I remember when they made that trade for Blake Clark. That first year the battalion were here just after Christmas.
Boy, that was a good trade.
Yeah, it really worked out well, eh? A lot of people.
Well, aside from the unfortunately injury problems
Yes.
with Zach's health that ended him had his career end far too early. About to get to the playing the Subway Series for Team Canada before when he was told he had to stop playing because of a concussion he had, another concussion he had, this one against Mississauga the week before. So
Cowell tries to get the puck in deep. I think he had like 12 goals in 12 games that year too. When we talk about Justin Brazo's great 60-plus goal year. I think Bertina could have had even more goals than Razzo had that year with the way that he was playing before he was forced to retire. Especially playing with a guy like Mike Amadio. As the puck's now in behind the Trappers zone. Payer can't get it to go. Slap shot comes in, but that's blocked, I think, by a U16 player. Now we're going to get another delayed penalty, this time against the U18s once again. So the U18s really playing with fire by going to a constant parade of white jerseys to the penalty boxes. That's going to be Grayson Bradley in the box now, Chris.
Yeah, and they're already short as Heath got a game misconduct, so he's his twin brother, so they're down to 8 forwards again.
Puck back out to the point, and it's going to go out for offside. So that was quick. And we're going to get all set up once again, but this time out by the U16 bench. 17:31 here left in the second period, and the U18s jumped that puck the length of the ice. Now looking up ice, that was Rotondo. Gets it up through the neutral zone. Paquette tries to go cross ice, can't get it to go. His pass is blocked by McGill. And the puck now back out to Rotondo at the point. Rotondo takes a shot, it's blocked by his teammate who fell to the ice. Now it's Romanuk. Gets the shot to go, but it hits a body in front and goes over into the corner. Back to Rotondo. Over to Paquette. Paquette takes the sharp angled shot, it's kicked away by Perkart. Driscoll Duquette now along the far side. Skates around looking for some options. Looks for Gravel, got around him. Rotondo now looks for his guy into the slot. They tried to get a shot to go, and it goes wide of the net and out for the Trappers, and Curran comes out to play the puck. Now the Trappers just send it back in. Gravel coming in with a chance, but it's going to get to the corner before he really gets an opportunity. Out front quickly, and Cowell can't bury that one. Now, back out to the neutral zone. We're under a minute left on the man advantage for the U16s, although the U18s have basically played with the puck for the better part of 20 seconds. Puck comes in on Curran, and one of my coworkers is his father, Scott Curran, so I promised that I'd give a shout out to his grandfather, Mike Curran, who's watching or tuning into the game. So hello, Mike. Hope you're enjoying the sun where you are currently. Scott, not so great to work with.
That's not very nice. He was a good teammate of mine when we played in the Astorville League. He's a good grinder. Gave it his all, just like his son Jackson does every night.
Yes,
so.
Jackson definitely the better of the two. I'll give him that right now. No,
well, you're really giving it to poor Scott.
Yeah, you know what I gotta say. Scott does a great job over at the bus garage for the ONR, and without him, they wouldn't be able to get the buses out on the highway as much as they do. So I will say Scott is a good guy. I always enjoy working at the bus garage with Scott. So I got to give him the gears while I get the chance. Pun intended. Puck now behind the net.
Oh, very nice. Very well played.
I try sometimes. Scrum behind the net. U18s try to get that one to go, but they can't. And now back through the neutral zone for the U16s. Rive stood up by Anello. And now it's into the corner. Sent down the ice again and into the corner. Going the other way now is Piet. Tries to skate it in, but he's taken off the puck. And now going the other way, the U18s have the puck. Host of this game, of course, coming to you on the Frontline Game Day broadcast on YouTube and Hockey TV. Next up, the Powassan Voodoos look to get back into the win column against the Cochrane Crunch right here from the Sportsplex. We'll have the game for you again on Hockey TV and the Frontline Game Day broadcast. You can see some of those Voodoos players over there behind the face-off dot taping up their sticks, getting ready for this evening's game as they're taking in some of this U16, U18 action. It's a 1-1 game. Shot comes out from the corner. Perkart knocked that one aside, and it was in and out of his glove. On the near side half wall now. Beamer tries to get that one out, but instead the shot comes in Might have handcuffed Burkhardt a little bit, but thankfully it just bounced down beside him and no one was there for the rebound, keeping it out, so it's still a 1-1 hockey game.
Good to see he sound that at the last minute, so good awareness to track that puck after it got away from. Look at the shots on goal. It's not the U16s have done a really good job here in this second period. Closing the gap. Look at this. The shots are almost even now. So I know Doug wants a little bit more out of his white team, who might be taking this game a little bit too lightly, which sometimes can happen, a U18 versus a U16 team. But this U16 team getting a bit of momentum last week with that big victory over Cap.
And that's kind of how it felt. And
the Trappers coming off, the U18s coming off a loss that night that they got in the bus fire. They lost 4-1 to Kapuskasing after handling them 6-2 the night before. So both teams trending in the different directions. Trappers, U18s don't want to continue.
No. But, and that's kind of the last time I got to see these U18 teams was against the U16 Nickel Capitals as the puck comes out of play. And we'll get another face-off dot. And it felt like they almost took the Nickel Capitals a little bit for granted in that one too, Chris. That was a U16 team that came in here and kind of took it to them. The Trappers were able to claw their way back in that game, but they went down by 3-goal deficits multiple times in the game. So you don't like to see that out of your team.
For sure, for sure.
U16's now through the neutral zone, try to get the puck to Romanuk, the goal scorer. And he can't get it to go. Grayson Bradley behind the net. Gets it up to Kane, the goal scorer for the U18s, the affiliate player. Bradley skates behind his net and sets up shop as he's harassed by a U16. Puck now out to the neutral zone. Gravel comes away with it. Gravel skates it in, takes a shot. It's off Karan's shoulder and goes over the net, but not out of play. Gravel fighting for it, skates away with it.
It's a shot.
Gets it out to the point for Bradley. Bradley takes the shot. It's wide of the net. Kane picks up the rebound from the end boards. Gets it out on the near side half wall. A whole lot of skating around. Gravel gets it. Quickly tries to get it to Kane, but now coming in pitching. That's going to be Beamer who tried to get that one to go, or rather Boys. And now we're going to get another stoppage of play as Grayson Bradley, never one to be afraid to mix it up, getting into some verbal altercations there with some U16 players, Chris.
Oh, he's not going to the box, though, so.
No.
Grayson's brother, our dad, Todd, played in the OHL for the Oshawa Generals, played for a short time for Stan Butler, former battalion head coach.
Yep. Payer going after it, can't get it to go as the U16s kind of come away with it, but the puck gets back to the point for Couch. Couch keeps it in, can't get it to Cowell, and now Cowell fights for the puck. Gets it back to Couch. Couch tries to send that one towards the net, but it misses wide. Now on the near side wall. Curry comes in, takes a shot. Karan stopped that one. Back out to the point for Couch. Couch walks it in, takes a shot. It goes wide of Karan's net. Curry sends that one back for Cowell. Cowell sends it to the point, but nobody was there. And Coach has to get on his high horse and get back into his own zone. Stopping up as Rive came after him. Or rather Burnett. And now the puck goes up the ice, but the U18 Trappers can't clear it until Cowell finally turns and makes it go the other way. But that one has too much mustard on it and goes for icing. 11:43 left in the second period. 1-1 between the U16s and the U18s.
Almost at the halfway point of the game. This is exactly the game that Scott Hike wanted his team to play. Don't be intimidated. Don't let the Trappers' physical play intimidate them, and it hasn't so far. So, and there's a big save by Burkhardt off a nice shot from Jackson Cullen, who's got a heavy shot from the point.
Up to Beamer. Beamer takes the shot off the post. And he had Karan beat, but couldn't beat the post. So a good chance on one end leads to another good chance on the other. But it's still 1-1 after all of that. Back to the point for McGill. McGill takes the shot. Karan tried to get that one, thought he had it, but the puck bounced out. And play continued to move on. Lefebvre Skates around a couple of players. Tries to find Beamer in the corner and can't get it to go. Sent out to the into the middle of the ice, and now Romanuk tries to get it, and he knocks down one of the U18 Trappers with a great reaction from the U16 bench now.
That was Cosmic.
Cosmic with a big hit. He goes to level another one on Thomason. Thomason kind of knocked him on his side a little bit before Thomason picks up the puck. Cosmic now just a one-man wrecking crew for the U16 Trappers. As both teams go for quick line changes. Now as Romanuk comes in and skates the puck in, but can't get it away from Grayson Bradley, who sends it down the length of the ice. So another icing call coming here with 10:25 left in the second period. Again, 1-1 hockey game, but a couple of great chances on both ends.
Yeah, for sure. That shot from Beamer tries to change the angle of the shot and fooled Karan and hit the post almost. It was almost the inside of the post the way it deflected. So
Kane with his little stop up there led to an offside. So we'll get another stoppage in play as the puck will come out in front of the U18, better on the near side, I should say, of this broadcast. Or rather, nobody seems to know where it's going, at least alone myself, as it was near the U18 bench. Oh, a big stretch pass for Romanuk went nowhere as it hopped over his stick. Perkart knocked that one away.
There's a break for the U18 Trappers on that play.
Yes. Boys going after the puck. Gets it away. Goes for the shot. Takes it. And Karan was stood tall on that
was
one.
A beautiful save. Really good job keeping his hands in front of that puck, and made sure that that puck was not going to beat him.
Bradley chips.
Nice individual effort by Anthony Boyce there.
Yeah, he just basically manned his way down the ice and came in with a golden opportunity, and Karan stood tall on that one as Bradley chips the puck down the ice and it goes for icing again. But what a grade A scoring chance there for the U18s. This game's starting to open up a little bit more in the last couple of minutes. Trappers chip it out of their zone, looking for the stretch pass up ice for Rosso. Rosso comes and takes the shot. It's knocked wide, and Curry was on the doorstep but couldn't get it to go. Cowell to the couch at the point, comes out to Anello. Anello goes for a skate, loses the handle on it, and going the other way now is Schenk. Schenk with a bit of a move, gets around, takes the shot. And Perkart might have just got a piece of that one.
Real nice move by the goal scorer. He's a goal scorer, and he's got a great shot, and what a great move there by Schenk.
Yeah, made the U18 Trapper defenseman look silly on that one. What a great move right in front of us, too, for Schenk. Now a stretch pass, and Nello read that one perfectly. Tries to dump it back into the zone, but hits the netting. And that'll be another stoppage in play here with 8:53 left in the second period.
There's Schenk going off, disappointed, making a real nice move there on, I believe it was Davis Anello there. In a 1-1 game, and that was a great chance that he tried to go upstairs.
Russo gets it back to McGill. McGill goes cross ice and dumps it in off the boards near his team's bench. Russo battling for the puck. Gets some help in the form of Beamer coming in. And the puck goes in deep, and Sagan's going to go after it. Rubbed out along the boards now. A stick comes flying across the end zone. And the Trappers are still fighting the other Trappers. Again, Trappers v. Trappers in this one. And the puck gets up to Curran, who just jumps over that one and covers it up.
Good possession shift there for Russo, Beamer, and Lefebvre. And another, really good job by Karan to make sure that there's no rebound there and jumping on that puck.
Karan really really impressing me in this game, really, to be honest with you. Thomason sends the puck in, but can't get it to go very far. Kane sends that one back down to the U16 zone, but the puck jumps up and over his stick. Kane once again with it. Tries to get it over to his teammate. Can't get it to come out. That's Gravel. Gravel going for a skate with it. Can't shake the two U16s that are on him. Now Kane comes in for some support. Out front to Boys, who had a grade A scoring chance a couple of shifts ago. Now skates it around the U16 zone. As Boys, looking like Peter Forsberg out there. No one wants to get the puck from him. Back to the point for Thomason. Thomason takes the shot. It's blocked in front by a maze of bodies. Back to Thomason. Thomason tried to keep it in and can't go. And now it's going to be a quick 2-on-1 going the other way. Great defensive effort there. Keeps that one from going anywhere, but that's McGill who just...
That was a really nice play by Jacob to stretch out and make sure that pass didn't get across.
Yeah, got down on the ice and kept that one down as Curry keeps it down in the zone. Thomason tried to keep it in, but instead it went for a 2-on-1, and McGill just got down and stopped that one from going anywhere. Cowell picks it up. The U18 Trappers doing a lot of good zone work here, but now the puck comes out, and that's going to be Burnett who sends that one in deep. 22-15 are the shots in total on favor of the U18s. And now it's going to be Sagan Hutchison who takes a big hit out of the Trappers bench. Maze of bodies there at the U16 bench. Can't get the puck to go anywhere. Finally, it does come away. That's going to be Piet who gets it to go the other way. And now attempt to get the puck out of their zone is up off a stick and out of play, so we're going to get another stoppage here. 6:05 left to go. The game still is tied between the U16 Trappers and the U18 Trappers. U18 Trappers dump it into the U16 zone. Try to keep it in now. And they do. Lefebvre takes a chance, or can't get it to go as he fanned on the shot. Sends the puck in. Russo tries to get it out front. Now comes out to Anello at the point. He takes a shot. And Curran sucks that one up and doesn't allow a rebound to come out. So the U18 Trappers are starting to get their chances in the zone. They're getting a lot more zone time. But when the U16s go down the ice, they might get one chance and that's it. But those chances that they're getting are great chances.
They're capitalizing on trying to capitalize on transition plays, and you know, it was a turnover that caused their one goal on the nice goal by Brant Romanuk. So
Beamer, far side half wall, shovels it into Russo quickly out front for Lefebvre. Can't get it to go. Anello sends it back out front, and Lefebvre tried to kick at that one but couldn't get it to go. Back out to Anello in the neutral zone, and he's just going to go cross ice and dump that one in. Lefebvre chasing after it. Comes into the near side corner. Goes around the end of the boards, leaves it for Boys, who then just leaves it for Couch. Couch walking the line, tries to leave it, but that's going to go the other way as Burnett tries to get that one out. And they can't get it to go very far as the U18s are right back into the U16 zone. Going the other way now. Cullen sends it wide. Hits off the back of the board. And now we got a whole bunch of white jerseys back there and only one red. Romanuk now coming, throwing around his body weight a little bit. Leaves it off for Curry, for Couch. Couch chips it up for Boys. And he loses the handle on it. Now going in, Romanuk takes the shot. And is stopped by Perkart. Couch gets the puck on the near side wall. Tries to get a pass up as now the U16 Trappers are keeping the U18 Trappers in the zone a little bit. Clearing attempt hits Gravel. And now he goes for a skate with the puck. Gets it up to Kane. Now Gravel comes away with it, takes the shot. It's blocked. Gravel trying to do it all himself on that play. Although he did try to give it to Kane briefly, but the rebound came right back to him. Couldn't get the shot to go though, however. Back into the neutral zone. 3:55 now left in this period. And now going the other way, the U16s, but the puck's going to have the legs to go for icing as Thomason takes a whack at it in his zone. 3:47 left here in the second period. Once again, 1-1. The U18s lead 23-16 in the shot totals as well.
Yeah, story so far is Jackson Curran. He has frustrated the Trapper shooters, and his team's playing hard in front of them, and not a lot of breakaways, not a lot of 2-on-1s. So give credit to Scott Hike's team playing with a lot of structure against the bigger and stronger team.
Shank, who had a nifty move beforehand, tries to get it to go, but can't get the puck past Russo. Russo comes away with it, trying to get it up into the neutral zone, comes away from a couple of U16s, but then Cowell loses the handle on it, now tip and goes the other way. Shank takes a shot from the point, and Perkart makes a save. Hey, there's Mr. Ben Long walking in here now. Look at that. Our producer guy's here. No, I'm not.
Can you zoom in on him coming up? We could get a shot of.
There he is.
He's somewhat a celebrity.
He is a bit of a celebrity.
Here he comes, eh? Yeah, we got a hockey game, Mike. We might as well now go back to the hockey game. But
yeah, you don't want to break the lens on Mike's camera by zooming in on Ben too long. Piet takes the shot, and it goes wide. And now the puck's down all the way into the U16 zone because it hit Curran's pad, that it won't go for icing.
We should get a sunglasses company to sponsor us here. All the shade we throw on people.
Ooh, yeah, especially that Ben Long guy. Throwing a lot of shade at his way. He's really enjoying the music, I'm sure. He's like, I could have stayed at home for this. Come on, guys. Thankfully, he'll be here to help us with the Voodoo's game, which comes up shortly after this one, right here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. Lefebvre skates the puck around, has the puck hop over his stick.
He had a chance to walk out front there. He's looking for options, passing options. He probably could have done a nice net drive.
Bradley keeps the puck in. U16s with the possession, though. And it's quickly over to Cullen. Boys tries to send that one back in, and they do get it to go. It's going to come right out to Curran, who's going to take the rebound off the end boards and cover that one up. 2:30 left here in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game. We'll have the third period for you, of course. But as we mentioned a couple of times now, the Cochrane Crunch and the Powassan Voodoos will do battle this evening right here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. And, of course, Hockey TV. Chris Dawson, though, Mr. General Manager of the Powassan Voodoos, will not be joining me for that game. Be a little bit busy watching and evaluating his team, of course. With the puck now, the U16s has that one going up. The ice and Pouquet sends that one cross ice. Burnett tries to pick it up. It's picked off by the U18s. Russo, the captain of the U18s, skates it in. Can't get it past the skate of Rotondo. And going the other way now, Coach picks it up. Gives it to Anello. Anello off the glass, chips it out. And Kane, the lone goal scorer here for the U18s, knocks that one in. U16s chip the puck down the ice. Perkart, it won't go for icing as it touched him. And now Couch with possession of his zone. Gets the pass up ice. Cowell couldn't get a handle on it as it was just out of his reach. And now going into the Trappers zone, Anello goes to play it on the end wall. Anello loses the handle on it to Romanuk. And now Kane picks it up and tries to chip it out. Payer brings the puck in on the near side wall, gets it out front to Cowell. Cowell can't get his shot to go. Cowell was right in there.
Cowell was in Sioux, Michigan last night as an affiliate player for the Espanola Paper Kings.
Oh, what a trip. That's a trip and a bit to get back here for a game at 3:30.
They're in the West. Espanola in the Western Conference, right? So.
Yep. Oh, man, I can't imagine that trip back to play here at 3:30. No, thank you. That's a long day, Chris.
Oh, absolutely.
Play on the near side wall. U16s try to get something to go happen, and Rive sits Gravel down. And now the puck's back down to the U16 zone, who get the puck to the neutral zone. Boys now skates it in. He had a great individual effort earlier. Tries to get it to Gravel, and he does! And Gravel gets it in the net and past Curran. And now it's a 2-1 game for the U18 Trappers off the stick of Nate Gravel. But a great pass by Anthony Boyes.
Yeah, that was a really nice play in front on that pass in front. Gravel, who's always got silky mitts and seems to find a way. I've joked with him before that he can shoot left-handed or right-handed with the way he can tip pucks, whether it's on his backhand or his forehand, and he shows that unique skill on that goal just now.
Shank knocking down Boyes, speaking of.
So a bit of table turning, because at the end of the first period it was the Red Trappers, Romanuk scoring late with 1:11 left, and and here the White Trappers at the end of the second period score with just under a minute to play.
Well, as my favorite regional manager of Dunder Mifflin says, Michael Scott, my, how the turntables. As the puck's to the other side now. Gravel. And now it's Boyes once again going down for another effort. No penalty coming there as he was taken down. Gets to the near side half wall, and now the U16s go the other way with 23 seconds left on the clock. Dumped in, cross ice. Shank. Had a great effort earlier this period. Gets it back to Piet. Piet takes a shot. Boyes blocks that one. So he does it on both ends of the ice here. And
good
the puck comes back.
Good play by Perkart there to cover that up.
Yep, 10 seconds left on the clock now. 2-1. If you're just joining us, the U18 Trappers scoring a goal off the stick of Nate Gravel. 25-18, the shot total for the U18 Trappers over the U16 Trappers. Bradley sends that one cross ice. Curry goes after it, whacks at it, can't get it to go. And now that's going to do it here for the second period. The U18 Trappers come away after 40 minutes of play with a 2-1 lead. And we'll have 20 minutes of play here when we return. However, I will say, Mr. Chris Dawson, before we throw to that quick break in our intermission, I asked you at the end of the first period your thoughts on that one, so your thoughts here after 40 minutes.
Well, you know what? It's been a pretty evenly matched game. Jackson Curran's made some really key saves to keep this game close, and the White Trappers keep pushing, and finally came up with a goal late. But we'll see how things transpire in the third period. There's no quit in this Red Trappers team, so it should be an interesting last 20.
Should be interesting for sure, and as always, we'll have that final 20 minutes for you coming up. But first, here's the intermission, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more. keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's broadcast is...
This period is brought to you...
Welcome back. It's Chris Dawson here waiting for the lovely and talented Courtney Kenny to come back to his post in a 2-1 game. We'll give you the scores so far. In the first period, Kane Savage, an affiliate, started the scoring at 6:45 for the White Trappers to give them a 1-0 lead, and then it was Brent Romanuk, the Timmins product and the Timmins Rock affiliate, with a beautiful goal on a turnover, which made it 1-1. And then in the late stages of the second period, Courtney, nice to see you here, it was Nate Gravel, the Powassan Voodoo affiliate, with a beautiful tip in front off a shot or a pass across from Anthony Boyce, and it is 2-1 is your score.
Thank you very much for putting it together eloquently, and we'll check in with your players to watch again as well coming up. Brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. Got to give him a bit of a plug. And as you know, Chris, when you're trying to get someone off the ground, it's all about contacts, and sorry, that's what I was trying to do, was make some more contacts and relive some glory days of your Powassan Voodoos a little bit in 2019-20. As now
Eric Mondu, and you know what, Eric's been giving back to the hockey community too, and helping coach in the AAA system, and so kudos to Eric Mondu, who had a great Trappers career and went on to play with the Voodoos, the Kilty Bees, and he was a pleasure to have wearing Voodoos green, and coaches who had him in Trapper Red enjoyed having him too. Very skilled defenseman.
Really enjoyed watching him here, especially that 2019-20 season, in which we'll say it, Powassan Voodoos champions of the NOJHL. So.
Oh yeah, you know what? All the planets aligned, but then something happened called
COVID. Nice save by Perkart. Yes.
That's a grade A. That is the best chance, and a really good opportunity there. That's what we said. It's going to be the turnovers, and that is what the White Trappers and Doug Sanders team wants to try to avoid. The little elusive, maybe a little bit quicker at times. Red Trappers are going to try to take advantage of that, and that's going to be their key if they want to get back tied or get ahead in this contest.
Boys takes a shot kicked away by Curran. Bradley dumps that one in deep, and Cowell comes after it. Cowell back to the point for Boys. Boys goes cross ice for his partner Bradley, who just tips it in. Bradley on the end wall, skating around, being taken to task by some U16s. And now the U16s are going the other way. Cullen up the ice. Just knocked off the puck a little bit, but he's able to dump it back in. As Boys missed the body check. Cowell sends it around the end of his zone, and it'll go all the way down the length of the ice for another icing call. And Chris, while we're here, we'll talk about our Mike, the financial advisor, players to watch in this one. So far, you had two guys to look at. That was Jesse Lefebvre and Mason Rotondo. And how have they done so far in this one?
Jesse Lefebvre has an assist, and Mason Rotundo's played some solid defense so far, but he has been held off the score sheet so far.
Did take a penalty as well.
So he is on the score sheet. My apologies, but that's very nice of you to point that out about him too. So his mom, Kara Rotundo, is the manager of the team and does a great job.
There you go. And you know what, he has been impressive out there. I really like this game, except for he did.
There's a player I've really liked, and I mean, he's not taking these U18s. He's not intimidated. And that's number 96 is Cosmic. I really like his game.
Yeah.
He's been very physical, finishing his checks, and like I said, not scared or intimidated at all by the bigger White Trappers.
No, not at all. And he's really thrown his body weight around too. Thomason with the puck at the blue line, chips it up the ice. Lefebvre tries to chip it out. Romanuk now knocks that one back in. Lefebvre chipping it out. Can't get it past the defenseman of the U16s, and he's going to kick it back in and out of play. So
this is
stoppage.
Last year, these two teams only ended up playing the Trappers and Trappers saga last year. It was only 3 games, and the U16 Trappers ended up winning 2 of the 3. And that U18 team last year was actually coached by Doug Sanders, who has now inherited a lot of the U16 players.
Yeah, so it kind of worked out for him a little bit, eh? He's kind of waited out his time, and now he's got the players that were a thorn in his side last year. As the puck comes in and Curran knocks that one aside. I know we've talked about it before, but I've been really impressed by the play of Jackson Curran in this one. Maybe he'll pop up as one of our 3 stars of the game afterwards. We'll have to take you through that, but as of right now, he's been very impressive for me from the U16
absolutely.
side.
He's kept this game very close with some really good saves. Tracking the puck really well. Keeping the rebounds down to a minimum.
Gravel.
And really couldn't do anything about any of the goals that he allowed.
Speaking of, great chance there. He turns that one aside. Back to the point for Couch. Couch skates it in, takes the shot. It's off the knob of the stick of Curran and wide. Anello takes another shot, and Curran sucks that one in and keeps it from getting a rebound chance and stops it. 16:22 here left in this final frame. U18s currently lead the U16s 2-1. Getting ready for a puck drop now on the glove or on the blocker side of Curran. Reminder, after this game, the Powassan Voodoos play at 7 against the Cochrane Crunch. We'll have that game live for you on the Frontline Game Day Broadcast YouTube page and Hockey TV. 2-for-1 special today. You get to hear my voice on 2 games. I don't know if that's a deterrent or not. Puck goes down the ice for icing, and we'll get another stoppage here. What might be another deterrent is that you won't get to hear the voice of Chris Dawson on that one.
I'm sure that's not going to deter anybody.
Maybe. Well, Chris, of course, doing a lot of great work here with these Trappers organizations. Kane with a quick shot.
What a save. What a save.
Curran with a great save. This kind of selfishly helps you, too, watching your affiliate players. I know we talked about that before, but the general manager of the Voodoos. Cowell takes his man to the boards. Now it's back in Payer. Tries to get a good chance on it. Payer, fresh off his stint in the NOJHL with the French River Rapids, as we talked about. Gets the puck in deep. Cullen, an alternate captain here for the U16s. Gets the puck down to the neutral zone for Boys to go after. Boys can't get away from the forechecker of the U16s. And it's back to Cullen. Cullen takes a shot and is blocked.
Here's a chance for
Cowell looking for the puck. Comes away, stops up in the neutral or in the slot. Takes a shot, it hit off a body. Duran stops that one. Cowell with the rebound, can't get that one to go.
What a save, what a save, what a recovery save.
Yeah.
That was deflected in front. He had no idea that was coming. He was able to recover quickly to still stop it.
Yeah, he's been very impressive here in this game so far. Puck gonna go, he's gonna have the legs for icing. So we'll have another stoppage here. 14:46 left in this third period. 2-1 again, the U18's lead. Face off on the blocker side of Perkart. And the U16s can't come away with it. Esterbrook's out there, and you know what I think every time I see that name out on the ice? Thinking about our colleague in the media here in North Bay, Greg Esterbrook's.
Large craniums?
Large craniums for sure.
Greg's done a lot of yeoman's work over the years covering sports in North Bay, and now he's just doing it in a different avenue with the Nugget. But he's been around the block, and he's done a lot of great things for sports in North Bay area.
Yes, he has. Russo took the shot. It was off the post and wide. But I will say Bay today is still your number one destination for local sports.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Boys goes cross ice for Lefebvre. Lefebvre skates it in. Lefebvre with a chance. Curran knocks that one away. Another great save for Curran. McGill turns around, takes the shot. It's off the side of the net. Lefebvre skates after it. Lefebvre with a tenacious effort here, comes away with it. Tries to get the backhander to go, but it doesn't quite get to the net. Now the puck goes down the length of the ice, and Perkart had to stop that one. 13 and a half minutes now left here. Sagan Hutchison goes after it. Picks it up, playing D out of a necessity in this one for the U16s. Curry knocks his man off the puck.
Actually, he's a regular D. I had him on our roster.
Oh, you're tricking me here.
My mistake to press that Sagan Hutchison.
Oh.
His grandfather, Hector Sagan,
Big
very
lineup.
well-respected hockey administrator and former commissioner of the NOJHL. So,
puck comes in, and Curran had to stand tall on that one. There's a great A chance again for the U18 Trappers on that one.
He does such a great job fighting for those pucks and not allowing for any of the rebounds. And I really like the battle that Jackson, shows. And you know what? You talk about compete, and compete's very important for hockey players, but for goalies it's very important too. And this high level of compete for Jackson is definitely a benefit for his hockey team to smother rebounds, get out to pucks and track pucks. I'm really impressed. He's
going to be a player to watch for coming up in the priority selection, and of course with some junior A clubs. I'm sure he's going to garner some interest if he keeps playing the way that he's played in this game. Anello skates the puck out of his zone. He'll take it all the way down to the U16 zone. As he goes behind the net, leaves it for Cowell. Cowell's pass attempt doesn't get to anybody, and Couch tried to chip it in. And now it's going to go the other way for Prisco Duquette.
Prisco Duquette, we haven't heard a whole lot of him, but he's a very good player. A lot of speed. This isn't the ideal type of rink for Prisco Duquette. He really shines playing on the bigger ice at Memorial Gardens. But in this, smaller rink like this, he doesn't stand out as much. But he's a very good player, and another player to watch for the OHL draft out of North Bay.
Russo goes in hard behind the net. He can't get anything to go. And now the puck's back through the neutral zone. Boys is going to be the first one on that. And he's going to chip the puck up to the neutral zone for Lefebvre to pick up. Lefebvre goes for a skate in his own zone, looks up ice. And now it's going to go the other way for the other boys, Anthony, as he's taking off the puck.
He's had a really good second half of this game. He's had a couple really good individual efforts, and
out front to Boys once again. Speak of the devil, and Curran just stops that one.
He made the really nice dish to the middle of the ice for Gravel's tip in. So
he did indeed.
The shots. Remember, at one point in this game, Courtney, about halfway through the second period, it was 15-13. The shots were in favor of the U18s. Now the shots are 36-20. So Doug Sanders, between periods, he said, you know what, you got that late lead, late goal. Let's make sure we secure this. And they've really been putting on the pressure. Let's not take this under-16 team, too lightly in this last period. And the Trappers definitely have been putting a lot more pressure than they have in the first two periods here in the third.
Yeah,
even though we have no goals yet.
No, but the U18's really doing a good job of trying to snuff out the U16s. Curry now knocking into his man, Bradley. Bit of a mismatch there. Now we have a bit of a conundrum here as Cosmic or Burnett now skates off to the ice as he's hurt, and we're going to get a delayed penalty here. So a whole bunch of mayhem there in the neutral zone ice surface.
That one's hard to figure out.
Yeah.
It looked like it was two white Trappers that ran interference on each other.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be Ethan Boyes going to the box for 2 minutes or less with 10:37 left here in the third period.
So it was just before that run-in that Burnett got hurt, and Boyes again, as you mentioned, in the box now. 4-minute penalty on the boards too, so.
Well, that's a big one.
Yeah, we'll see if the U16s can get a goal here on the double minor.
Maybe we didn't see that one because we were too surprised by that white-on-white hit in the neutral zone, and we missed something that Marietti and McClelland saw. So
puck down to the U18s are able to dump that one down the ice. We'll have Mr. Producer Ben Long join us here on the next break. Somebody we haven't heard from in a little while here on the front line. Russo with a good stick knocks it down to the U16 zone, but now it's up to Paquette.
I don't want to do any foreshadowing. Justin Russo, he has a shorthanded goal in this building for the Voodoos in the late stages of a game back against French River back in August.
Yep. Puck comes into the slot. It's blocked in front by Russo. Speak of the devil. Back out to Romanuk, who takes another shot. It's blocked by Beamer. And another shot comes in. It's wide of the net. Another chance now. Beamer comes away with it, and he's going to send that one down the length of the ice to kill some more time off.
That was a big kill and a gritty shift there by Justin Russo.
Still just over 2 minutes left on this double minor. And you know what? Before we have Ben hop in here, I always love the chance to bring up that shorthanded goal because Derek Lindemann, who was doing color in that game for me, said as soon as the Voodoos got that penalty, oh, that'll do it for the Voodoos in this one. And then Justin Russo goes and ties it up. Ben, tell us what you're seeing.
So prior to the collision of the two U18 players, the one U18 player did handedly take out the U16 player, and that's what the penalty was called for because the goalie was already on his way to the net before that collision happened.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense to us, as we were too busy watching the two U18 players collide with each other. And now the puck sent back down the length of the ice. Still over 2 minutes now on the double minor left. Rive picks it up in his own zone. He's been fun to watch in this one.
Rive. Oh.
Yeah, look at that. Now it's a 2-on-1 here between Cowell and Lefebvre. Cowell takes a shot. Curran stops that one. A backhand chance from Couch, and can't get it past Curran. And Curran just lays down on that one. 8:37 here left in the third period. Shots 38-20 in favor of the U18 Trappers.
I got to stop pointing out kids because players are, when I say something, then right away it's been the exact opposite.
Come on, Chris.
Mike Perkar was doing really well, and then the turnover. I mean, mind you, the first goal, the only goal Mikey's allowed so far was a really nice shot. But anyways.
Puck back out, and the U16 Trappers come away with it. And now Burnett goes for the shot. He can't get it to go. golden chance there for the U16s, and now the puck's all the way down into the U16 zone off that rebound off the boards.
I don't know what happened on that face-off, but that was not, I don't know where Grayson Bradley was on that play, but
yeah.
When you're killing a penalty like that, you should not be, an easy 2-on-1 that developed that off that face-off like that.
No, for sure. We're under 2 minutes now on that double minor. So they've killed off the first half of this penalty. Gravel now just going to kill some more time. Goes for escape before he dumps it down the length of the ice. And
Smart play by Gravel there, waiting around, and that's what happens. Sometimes you get a good shorthanded chance, then right off the draw, maybe the White Trappers thinking a little bit too much offense off the face-off there, and very fortunate that shot and that opportunity by Burnett. They didn't cash in. There's going to be another penalty coming up here, and it's going to go against boys, the other boys. So we're going to have double boys in the box.
Well, I'd love to tell you how much time that they have left on that 5-on-3, but thanks to a stanchion, we can't really tell. But I can tell you that it's under a minute.
We're going to get some help here.
So on that 2-on-1 that developed right off the face-off, the winger set up on the far side along the boards, so the defenseman drew into the slot.
47 seconds left. Ben, you are a college knowledge. It's so nice to have you back.
Well, speak for yourself, Chris. As we're going to get a timeout here. Now late in this, with this two-man advantage.
Bruce Marietti calling a lot of penalties against, and you know what I'm going to tell you? This white team is very heavy St. Joseph Schollard Hall. Bruce Marietti is a vice principal at St. Joseph Schollard Hall. So he is not showing any bias towards students in his school.
Well, I can tell you right now,
however, the boys do not go to Schollard.
Maybe that's what he's saying. Like, we want you on our school team next year. Hop on over our team, and I'll keep you out of the box.
That's the argument there. But as a former West Ferris Trojan, I gotta say, you just made me dislike this U18 Trappers team a little bit there, Chris. West Ferris all the way.
As a Schollard kid, I gotta go for that side a little bit. My brother captained the hockey team for a couple years for Schollard, and they did pretty well for that while. I don't know how the teams are doing nowadays, but Schollard was the team to go to in the early 2000s.
As a father of a son who goes to Chippewa, I am going to be a journalist, and I'm going to be completely unbiased.
Nice try. I do have to say, they always used to be like, oh, East-West is one of the best things ever. I did not like East-West at all. I wanted to go and watch hockey.
Go Whitfield. How's that? I cheer for Whitfield.
Well, you're showing your age a little bit there now, Chris.
Go Barons.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
I'm just saying, when I played baseball, I beat all these teams, so for all these schools. As they go for a bit of a skate now, Romanuk, the goal scorer for the U16 Trappers, with the two-man advantage. Can't get his pass.
There's Russo again, a really good active stick there. Got to get on the right side of the puck, though.
Romanuk goes cross ice. Still 5-on-3. Perkart.
Oh, and a nice glove save with that brand new white mitt, which has a little bit more puck marks on it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was swatting away a fly on that one, but
real nice save.
We'll take that one for sure if you're the U18 Trappers. I just have to say, back to East-West, I just wanted to go watch a hockey game, and here we are having to cheer. Come on, let me just watch some hockey, guys. And
we'll see what happens. There is some talk that in 2023 there will be another East-West game. So
there we go. I mean, that is a staple of the North Bay high school scene. They do have to bring it back.
It is not a hockey game. It's a phenomenon. It is packed like a Game 7 OHL final packed building, and it's just anybody who hasn't witnessed it.
See, as someone who went and participated, I didn't like it, but now that I see it, I like it. But when I was in high school, I could have cared less. As Ben's hopping back, shot in on Perkart. And Shank comes away with it.
Just couldn't get a handle on that rebound, or else he had a lot of open room. But now it's just a 5-on-4 as they've killed off the first one. And here's Savage getting some time on the PK. Of course, Luis mentioned Heath Bradley, one of the forwards, was kicked out, had a game misconduct in the first period, so they've been playing short.
Shot comes in, Perkart with a save on that one. And that's got to be frustrating. It's your first game action, in a while, and you get a game misconduct in the first period. Like, no thank you. As the puck's sent back down the length of the ice.
We're in less than 30 seconds left. Oh, there's Curran almost loses that behind the net with Cowell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Burnett now through the neutral zone. Looks for a chance. Shank takes the shot.
He's got a heavy shot, and you know what? These White Trappers have done a really good job stepping up in this PK. 5:32 to play, and you know what? Goaltending has been big. Mikey Perkart has made a couple of really good saves here.
Yep.
And the penalty kill as well. And your goaltender is your best penalty killer.
One of the last things I'll say about East West too is the last time I went to an East West, though, it was before the renovations at Memorial Gardens. So now you're sitting in those wooden seats all day. Not so comfortable. The puck goes down the ice.
And guess what? They killed it. That was a really big kill.
Yeah, it was a very big kill. With just over 5 minutes left. Puck comes into the near side corner. U18 Trappers still up 2-1.
I believe on that double minor and then the 2 minute, I think they only were able to muster 3 shots.
Yeah, they didn't get many there. And Perkart, though, did stand tall when he had to. Lefebvre tries to bring the puck in. Russo battling for it as well. And now on the far side wall, Russo's trying to come away with it as Beamer and Lefebvre, Beamer's fighting for it, and now Lefebvre keeps it in. However, the U16 Trappers trying to go for another chance.
That's Cosmic.
And that's Couch now with carrying the puck through the neutral zone. Couch goes in, takes a shot. It's saved by Curran. Didn't go out of play as the puck went up and nearly touched the roof. And then Gravel takes a shot as he's falling down.
By Curran again.
Another big save by Curran. Curran making a couple of big saves here on this shift. 4:14 left. And we'll have to keep an eye on him to see when he's got pulled for the extra attacker if the U16s don't score here soon. Goes cross ice. Takes the shot.
That's a big blocker save by Perkart.
And out front again, and the U16s had an open net, and we're going to get another delayed penalty against the U18s here. And that's going to be Anello who gets that one and chips it out and hits the roof, but...
Anello Scholar Hall Bear.
That's terrible, and you should feel ashamed.
Bruce Marietti, Scholar Hall VP. Just saying.
I think he had him like geography or something back in the day.
Who's that?
Marietti.
Oh, did you?
I think so.
You'll have to go down there and be like, you remember me? And be like, I'll just have shutters.
He wouldn't remember me. He'd remember my brother.
Is your brother a good student or was he terrible?
He was, like, he won the physics award, but
so
also captained the hockey team and the football team.
Big hit.
Oh, they're going to call it. They're going to call it against Lefebvre.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one because, you know what, it would look kind of like incidental contact, and he was way out of his net.
Yeah, Curran was way out of the crease and took a hit from Lefebvre.
Man.
Judging by the comparisons I've heard of Lefebvre, though, I don't know if I give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
We're too busy talking about physics and Scholar Hall here, Ben and I, but Lefebvre getting the penalty. So for over a minute now, we're going to have another 5-on-3 chance here for the U16s, who almost scored the game-tying goal down on Perkart, but just missed the net earlier.
Now the U18s have really physically taken advantage of their size benefit here, and I think the refs have started to say, you know what, let's even this up a little bit.
We'll see if Curran, who's coming way out of his net.
I don't have a son playing in this game, so I'm going to say that's a bad call. That's a 100% awful call. No son in the game, no bias, bad call.
So Curran's out of his net, so now we have a 6-on-3. Lots of ice for the Trappers. Romanuk takes the shot, is kicked away by Perkart. This will be a big kill for the U18s if they're able to. Rive walks the line, goes cross ice, gets back out to Romanuk, the lone goal scorer so far. It's blocked by Bradley as he nearly fell down on that block. U16 Trappers with it again. Very aggressive penalty kill here by the U18s. Cowell tries to keep the puck up against the boards. Just under 3 minutes to play now. 6-on-3 here as the puck goes down the length of the ice and in the back of the net. And that'll help the Trappers here. I missed who sent that one down. I believe it was Cowell.
I think it was Cowell.
So now we're going to have a 3-1 hockey game here with the U18 Trappers with 2:50 left, but they're still going to have to kill a two-man advantage.
You know, one thing that I've always said is when you get in these last minutes, when you pull the goalie, it's almost a benefit to have an extra player off the ice because you can just fire down at will and you don't have to worry about the icing call.
Exactly, especially on these penalty kills. I like them too. And that was a nice thing. I remember watching the Battalion when they clinched the Central Division in Sudbury. They had Sudbury had the goaltender pulled, and the Battalion had a penalty against them, so they were able to just keep firing the puck down the ice. And then
Still
of course,
just a 5-on-3. I don't know if Russo gets back. He really, and they're going to pull the goalie again.
puck's going to go down.
No, that's the one advantage, right? When you have a power play and the net empty, they can shoot the puck down the ice at that empty net as many times as they want.
Exactly.
It's not ice. There's no icing call, so. And obviously Cowell with a benefit there.
Puck comes out as Head tried to bring that one in but couldn't get it to go.
Nice stick there by Jacob McGill.
Rotondo, Romanuk takes a shot. It's high and over the net and out of play. 3-1 with just under 2 minutes to go. Still a 5-on-3, but it's turned into a 6-on-3 with Curran out of the net.
Yeah, I just felt that I felt that Curran was way out of the net. And I don't think Jesse Lefebvre had anywhere to go, and there was a puck. It was a puck play, just like a defenseman. So that's why I said it. And you know what? I'm a goalie, and I love my goalie stuff. But I just think that was just incidental contact. I don't think Lefebvre did anything to try to knock Curran down. Here's a nice face-off play. Real nice face-off play there, designed.
Cullen goes cross ice to Romanuk. Romanuk back to Cullen. We're going to get one of the penalties over with, and Perkart stands tall on that one.
He has been really good here in this third period in his brand new gear, and let me tell you, it is not easy as a goaltender to work in new goalie gear and be able to play a competitive hockey game. So, give credit to Mikey. He looks great out there, and he's standing tall. 1:45 to play.
Only allowing
unless we see something. You never know.
No, 6-on-4 here for the U16 Trappers, though. We're under a minute on that man advantage, though. As Curran's still out of the net. Puck comes in. Perkart smothers that one. So we'll get another stoppage of play here. 3-1 U18's lead. 42-29 is the shot total in favor of the U18s. And then we're going to get another face-off here to the blocker hand side of Perkart.
I think they have it down as Ethan Boyes got that goal.
So Ethan Boyes might be another player that we look at for a star here, and as we go through our quick post-game show. But again, we'll bring that one up as we go. Mikey Perkart also having a great game, making 28 saves on 29 shots so far. Minute 30 left. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, and Shank's going to get that one back up ice. But they can't go very far as Lefebvre back out there now. We're back to what would be 5-on-5 hockey, but the U16s do have the net empty. So they did a good job of killing off that 5-on-3 once again for the second time this period.
Oh, a nice play by Johnny Couch Jr. there.
Puck going down the ice again. And the U18 Trappers are going to get their second empty netter here. It's 4-1 as John Couch with the goal. 1:03 left with 3 minutes left, or in the third period. 1:03 left in this period.
Looking very much like the Battalion game last night. 4-1 with 2 empty net goals. 4-1 here for the White Trappers with 2 empty net goals.
I thought for sure when
And one of those empty net goals assisted by former U16 Trapper, so would have been with this U18 group, Mason Ray. So
yep.
Kind of a reach there, but anyways.
Oh well, we're there. I thought for sure when McIver got called up, as Cosmic takes a shot, and that one beats Perkart. So the U16 Trappers with a goal here in the final minute again, breathe some life. As now it's a 4-2 hockey game.
That looks like that is Seguin.
Yeah, Sagan with the goal on that one. But, when I thought McIver got called up for sure, I thought that he was going to be playing the game Sunday against Niagara. But they threw him to the Wolves with the Hamilton Bulldogs, or rather they threw him to the Bulldogs, so to speak, in Hamilton.
Nice.
But he had a very good game.
That's rough.
Watch your bark on that one, mister. 42.1 seconds, but yes, McIver with a great game. Doing this U18 Trappers team proud. As Mikey Perkard's doing his job here in this one as well. So we're going to get another timeout here with 42.1 seconds left on the clock. 4-2 U18 lead.
More goals in this last 3 minutes than we've seen in the whole game, really,
yeah,
right?
It's been an ending.
2 empty netters and then the Sagan goal.
Yep. It's been an ending to watch for sure. Again, coming up after this one at 7 o'clock, puck drop. We'll have the Powassan Voodoos defending home ice against the Cochrane Crunch. Looking to rebound after a tough loss to the Hearst Lumberjacks last night.
And of course, this game will be broadcasted tomorrow afternoon, an hour earlier, 2:30 start here in Powassan between these same two teams.
That'll be Derek Lindemann on the call with that one. As the puck now is knocked down the ice, but they couldn't get it to go. That was Boys. They're going to keep Curran in his net for as long as they can before they can pull him. With 30 seconds left on the clock and 2-goal lead, it doesn't look like they're going to pull Curran, but the U18 Trappers do have possession. So Bradley sends the puck down the ice. Not going to go for icing. Those is waved off. 16 seconds left here. 2-goal lead for the U18s. 10 seconds as the puck is now knocked around now. And the U16s try to get it up as Paquette loses the handle on it. 3 seconds left. And the U18 Trappers are going to come away with a 4-2 victory over the U16 Trappers in this one. And they'll be back at it again tomorrow at 3:30 right from here from the Powassan Sportsplex. These two teams will do battle again. Chris, what a game between these two teams that we've seen here today.
It was an exciting game. The Trappers locked it down. Good pushback in the second period by the U16 Trappers to get it close, but the more physical, a Trappers team that I think kind of had a tough time, trying to play, didn't want to be overly physical, maybe played a little bit disinterested at points, but they really locked down their game and had a good third period, and that's why the result ended up being 4-2 for the white U18 Trappers in the first contest of the year between these two teams, and that moves the U18 Trappers to 6-2-1 in the season.
Very impressive start for the U18s for sure, especially considering the adversary that they've had to deal with, the obstacles that they've had to deal with all this new equipment and whatnot. With
the U16s go to 1-6-1 in the season so far.
Not the start that they were hoping to get at all, as they have a bit of a team meeting over there as they wait for the U18s to go off the ice, but finally they break free. So let's take down our 3 stars of the game.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
So, Chris, one of my jobs as public address announcer here in Powassan is to help pick the 3 stars of the Voodoos game. So let's put you on the spot and have you pick the guys that you thought were the 3 stars here for this one.
Number 3. Drum roll. Do we have a drum roll? Come on, Dan. There we go. I'm going to give it to the
That's not a drum roll, you liar.
I get that a lot when I talk, though. Anyways, 3rd star is Mikey Perkard. I thought that, despite letting in that late goal, I thought he had a really solid game. Under the circumstances, he's the guy out of everybody on the ice that's got to have the toughest time. That's his first competitive game in new goalie gear, so I give credit to him for that reason, and he played a really good game. Cut down rebounds and made some key saves when he had to. So my 2nd star, Anthony Boyce. He did not score a goal, but he created a lot of chances. But you know what? He set up that big goal by Nate Gravel that really was the maybe the turning point of the game, because I thought the White Trappers really started to gain momentum in the 3rd period after that late goal that Boyce set Nate Gravel up with. So he's my 2nd star. And the 1st star usually don't give it to the someone from the losing side, but Jackson Curran was dynamite.
He was. He played a really good game, and I think I agree with all three of your stars. Mikey Perkart.
Well, he only let in 2 goals. He scores 4-2,
Yep.
2 empty net goals. One of the empty net goals ends up being the game winner. Isn't that all strange how that works?
He allowed the same amount of goals as the winner in Mikey Perkart, and Mikey Perkart, I thought, had a great game as well, like you said. And Anthony Boyes again with another great game as well. So that'll about do it here this evening, or this afternoon, really, here at the Powassan Sportsplex.
5:32 Eastern. That's the evening. It's
evening
dark
time,
out. It's
yeah.
dark. It's not afternoon.
I don't like that now that it's dark out at 5:30. This isn't for me. Mr. Chris Dawson, thank you so much once again for joining us here on this Trappers broadcast. We really appreciate you having along for the ride.
We can go do the shots right there. So Jackson Curran, number 1 star, makes 39 saves. Depends if you counted the empty netters. They don't do that in the OHL.
No.
And Mikey Perkart makes 28 saves. So I think that's pretty good. 28 saves,
yeah.
3rd star, 1st star.
I think so for sure. Or you could say DOS star.
Yeah, that's very good too.
So with that, we're going to take a break here on the front line. Come back again at 7 o'clock as Chris Dawson's Powassan Voodoos take on the Cochrane
They're Jim
Crunch.
Bruce's, by the way.
Well, you're the general manager, so close enough. But yes, Jim Bruce, from our friends from Average Joe's, of course. We got to give him that one. I thought for sure that they were going to change it to Average Jim's.
Yeah, I've brought that up many times.
If we know Jim, though, he's anything but average. So that'll do it for this one as the Powassan Voodoos are going to take on the Cochrane Crunch of 7-4-2 for the U18 Trappers, and we'll be back on the front line. So, again, keep your eye out for that one here coming up at 7 o'clock.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.